Y'all already knew we're doing face cam for this one. Yeah, you just gotta bear with me on this one. Hello everybody, Redzone here. Welcome back to another video on the channel this time. Because we're gonna be talking about something very different, completely unrelated to Dokkan, but it also may have some relation in Dokkan, who knows. But yeah, today I wanted to take some time to speak about something that I've been seeing along in the internet, and it has to do with regards to, some new stuff. It doesn't have to completely be related to Dragon Ball Daima, which is the topic that we're going to be discussing today, but it kind of has some implications towards it. If you guys recall, we're going to go through the whole story, the origin of what it is, Dragon Ball Daima, and we're also going to be talking about how this affects, Dragon Ball fans, the community in general, because all we have been seeing is just hatred that, quite frankly, it's inexplicable. You guys cannot give me any factual statements from other people stating that this series is going to completely suck. It'll ruin Dragon Ball. Oh my god, what's going on? And you guys are just... I for the lack of a better word, because this is not insulting people who are thinking to themselves, maybe, I don't want to try new things. I want to dip my feet on something that is related to things that I used to watch, and a lot of people have had these types of conversations all over the internet, all over social media, where they're just immediately berating something when it hasn't even released yet. It's absurd. So let's go ahead and talk about Daima, for example, right? I'm just gonna go through a quick summary as to what Daima entails, if there's any release, anything that, this page is explaining at the moment, because I don't have any other, resource that I can be able to point out. So, over here, we show that on the Comic-Con of 2023, we were thrown in with a trailer. Something that happened after maybe Super. People were excited to have the manga adaptation into an anime. It's already implemented, being thrown out, so we can finally see what happens after the Tournament of Power arc and see, new stuff like the Moro arc, the Granola arc, and finally some stuff that we've been seeing between actually seeing a fight between UI Goku and Beast Gohan. But that's another story. Well, that's in the manga at the moment. Those are being drafted. And I'm no expert on, publications, manga, pop culture, all that kind of stuff in regards to, releases that are more paperback first and then being thrown out into the screen, animated, all that stuff. But I feel as though they need a lot more so they can feel more comfortable enough to say, okay, we are able to direct this. Let's bring in the voice actors. Let's bring in the animators. They're going to start doing a good job, etc., etc., etc. I feel as though that will take a very long time to have that processed, from bringing all the stuff that is in the manga, or that we've been seeing in the manga for now, to being driven into an animated style. At least that's my opinion, that's my thought process on it. But seeing as though a lot of people are just so desperate for new stuff, that especially now, since we've been seeing insane stuff in the manga, that they usually want that thing right away placed in animated form, so it can be on many pop culture stuff like video games, gacha games, etc. I would say, why is the rush? Why are you guys, continuously just going through hoops to have these people just post the thing right now? Do it. You better animate this stuff right now. Just, keep it cool, keep it chill, because there is still time, and I'm pretty sure they're going to show up even more cool stuff later on along the lines, So Daima is set to release supposedly this fall 2024, and this is produced by Toriyama. The summary that I've gotten from Daima is that we're gonna go back, there's an arc that's gonna happen, right? And the characters we all know and love are gonna turn into kids, and they will not have the same amount of power that they had previously, where Goku is able to go Ultra Instinct, Vegeta can go Evolution Blue, Gohan can go Super Saiyan 2, etc., etc. This time in particular, we're gonna be able to see like a little bit of a combination between how OG Dragon Ball was in with the stuff that we have now at the moment with Super. Although I really don't know, maybe this is described in this website, but I don't know if all of this takes what happens after the Tournament of Power and they know their stuff. But we've been seeing these animations, we've been seeing the videos. I've been absolutely loving it. So basically the newest trailer, which I guess we can pop in and show it. I just don't know if it's copyright claim or anything like that, but basically stating that the character, which is Goku, we're gonna have the focus on Goku so you guys can see by the pictures here. It showed Goku battling a gang of monstrous looking villains. As you guys can see, there they are. While trying to eat a snack, Goku seems to have settled back into fighting like his kid self. Hence, you know, bringing the art style, the martial arts kind of Kid Goku that was back in the time. So again, I feel as though if it didn't get enough representation in OG Dragon Ball, if you guys have not seen OG Dragon Ball, I really suggest you do. It's a very, very awesome way to introduce you to the Dragon Ball series. And then, of course, you know, dodging and moving around the larger enemies. Throughout the trailer, you can also be able to see, you know, characters like Boo, Mr. Satan, Chi-Chi, and Android 18 in this little kid form itself. So, right now, the release date, again, is like fall of 2024 and everything like that. And it basically, this is a story. There's a new thread coming in that has taken notice of, you know, Goku and Vegeta's power, defeat of Babidi and Majin Buu. This is basically after the C saga, if we would like to call it. The identity of the powers of the teaser's two antagonists are currently unknown, of course, because they just showed the teaser for this. A wish is made to Shenron that transforms Goku and most of the characters, including Vegeta, Bulma, Roshi, Piccolo, and even Supreme Kaishin and his attendant Kibito, into childlike chibi versions of their former selves. Right now, all signs of this is pointing out that this is before Dragon Ball Super and after the defeat of Kid Buu that happened on Dragon Ball Z. Again, this is all speculation. I really don't know if this is confirmed or not, but this will be actually, you know, pretty interesting to fit into the story and see how well it happens, you know? Let's go ahead and pop the trailer real quick. I'm very interested to see it. Of course, I will try to avoid copyright stuff, but copyright strike, and I have to mute this section of the video. But if it is muted, then basically I'm just talking about how cool everything looks, in addition to having you explore more of the stuff from OG Dragon Ball. If you guys have not seen, you know, Goku with the power pole and stuff like that. So this was the debut trailer that happened, you know, I believe at Comic-Con. And then at Power Hour, they threw out the character trailer for this one, which was, I believe, Goku. And it showed all that cool stuff. So let's go over here real quick. This was what happened. This is one of the directors for Daima, Akio Iyoku. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, so would apologize if this is something that's happening. At Dragon Ball Hour, this Akio stated, "I hope that the fans who have not yet seen the story of Goku's childhood adventures will enjoy Daima as a fresh take on Goku's appeal. Keep all in mind, we are all fans of Dragon Ball. We love Dragon Ball here. But, you know, we're growing older. It's been 40 years since Dragon Ball came out. So, I'm a firm believer that if you grew up watching Dragon Ball, you are a close to be a father, or you're already a father, and you are looking for means and ways to get your children to watch the same things that you used to watch as a kid. Or if you're starting to grow up, let's say like me, I'm a 90s kid and I'm almost freaking 30. I'm gonna be pretty excited to introduce, if I do ever so have them, my kids into anime. And what a better way to show it than this perfect depiction of Goku as a kid. you're not gonna, I'm pretty sure people are gonna be like, this is UI Goku, this is the guy. You know what, you see this right here? This is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. You're just like, how are you gonna introduce that to a kid? First and foremost, you gotta get them through the entirety of the story, right? So little by little, you're going to start introducing all these things, and then, you know, kids are going to start seeing something similar, you know, if they are characters who are children as well. Like right now, you're seeing Goku as a kid, you will have your kid sort of identify with him. It's something that we all done as kids. Like, we've all done this little post, like the Kamehameha. We all did the Super Saiyan roar, screaming until our hair went to Super Saiyan 3, quote unquote. And it's not only regarding Dragon Ball. I've done my fair share. I played with my cousins when I was a teenager, playing like Naruto and Sasuke, doing the Chidori and the Rasengan, and throwing out shurikens all over the place, but it was just, you know, mock stuff. And dude, that gets me excited for the future, because, you know, this Akio is stating right here that this is just, you know, an introduction to anime, or maybe an introduction to Dragon Ball in general for the younger generation that's, you know, up and coming at the moment. So I really hate that I'm scrolling through social media, and the first thing that, you know, most of the things that we see at the moment in time is people judging things when they haven't even been out yet. So for example, right now, as you guys might have seen the video, I threw out a reaction video for Beast Gohan and, you know, the Gammas. And now I'm starting to see people stating that, you know, oh my god, Orange Piccolo is now useless. He sucks. He's one of the worst units ever. Beast Gohan #1. Woo! It's like, ugh. It's like, it upsets me, for the lack of a better word, because there's no enjoyment. Every single thing, like, I love scrolling through social media. I love seeing your guys' comments and everything like that. That's why we have arbitrary discussions, right? But every single time, it's, oh man, I hate this, I hate that, and it's just absolutely abhorrent that we just keep on hating on these things, and I will continue on hating on them, because it's not the thing that I like. It's exhausting. How can you, like, I am the, like, sometimes, let's say for example, and this is my this is something that I'm touching on my real life aspects of things. I'm depressed, and I guess I'm swimming in that depression to the point that's like, oh my god, I'm so tired of being depressed. It's just, it's the way that we go, dude. It's like, whoa, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I will have to fucking laugh at some point. I will have to cry at some point, show some emotion to finally prove that I can get out of that mentality aspect, and just keep on thinking to myself, there is going to be something worthwhile at the end of whatever road we're going through, right? I didn't mean to make that a little bit psychological, or not psychological, philosophical, but that is the point that I'm trying to gauge here, right? Like, I'm going through social media. Shouts to this person right here. He's saying this because he's aware of these fans hating on a new project for no reason, who haven't watched the original series yet. This is an introduction. They're just saying it right there, bro. I'm pretty sure this person, Akio, saw the feedback that they got from the first trailer, and they threw out this statement. And it's true. It's completely factual what this person is saying right here, because you guys have no valid reason as to why you guys are hating on this. The only reason is that, oh, I need to see stuff from Super right now. That is still in production at the moment, so you need to chill. You need to wait of all these things. Again, I'm not an expert on how these things are made, but you need to chill, man. Like, these things take time for them to have them all allocated, right? And in the meantime, this is going to cater for, you know, younger generations right now. There are kids who are growing up and seeing what the heck Dragon Ball is all about, right? Again, it's the same thing with Dokkan. Oh, this unit sucks now because we got all these units. Appreciate what you guys have at the moment, because you guys don't know when it'll be the last time that you guys are able to see that. Let's just say that because of all the hatred that we've been spewing on Daima, the series entirely, including Super, including the manga, gets all canceled. What are you gonna do now? Huh? You will have absolutely nothing to enjoy. So, you know, give it a shot. It's something to try out. And we are sometimes selfish on this. And I will, again, bring topics about myself on this because it's primordial example. We are living proof. Let's say, for example, you don't like pineapple on pizza. I know it's a very controversial subject. If you guys need to skip through this video, you can do it, no problem. Or you can relate to something else, right? Like not liking mushrooms on your pizza, or not liking broccoli, not liking a particular drink in general. I'm just looking at my Mountain Dew over here, and not liking anything that other people like, right? And it's like, oh my god, you like pineapple on pizza? That is so disgusting. It's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I'm still gonna eat it. But why don't you like it? Because the internet told me to. It's like, the internet is stupid, okay? I'm sorry to say that, but I know that, you know, it's all generalizing, right? I know that some people, you know, have difference in opinions. It's like, oh my god, I don't like the sweetness in this, you know, salty mixture that is in the pizza. And it's like, okay, I understand that. That's fine. If you don't like it, that's okay by me. But I like it. That doesn't mean that somebody else has to ruin my fun. I will take your opinion, and I'll get it. I understand. That means I'll pinpoint, yeah, that dude doesn't like pineapple on pizza. But then you're going to hate on it just for the sake of hating on it. Doesn't make any sense, right? Unless you try pineapple on pizza and say, oh, well, I hate it. It's not to my liking. It's like, okay, you give it a good old college try. That's good. It's the same thing with multiple things that are happening in this, like, pop culture world. You know, games like, I guess, one recent game that came out, Jujutsu Kaisen, I guess it's a mobile game that came out. I haven't tried it, and I don't know what is the justification for you guys hating on it. I've seen that the animations have been pretty bad or something like that, all around that, but I don't know, maybe one day I'll give it a try and see why people don't like it. Or wait for units to come out on a certain version of a game, right? You just gotta wait and see if you guys hate it or not. But you guys will try it for yourselves. You can watch some other person use those units and say, oh, I hate this unit because this and this. But maybe you like the unit because of that specific particular point that he says he hates. You know? It doesn't make sense, right? Let me see over here, because, yeah, there's the teaser for the trailer and stuff like that. And I guess a lot of people just hate on this. Because, like, oh my god, they're kids. I don't want this, man. These suck. It's so awful. It's like, dude. Look at this. So shouts to Rhyme, right? For Daima, it is looking like a bit of a reset, right? Like powers being sealed, etc. It taking the full Dragon Ball approach sounds kind of sick. Again, it's some sort of experimentation, right? Just, like, give it a shot. And I feel like, though, like, a lot of people are just trashing on this for the sake of trashing on it, when they haven't even experienced anything yet. They haven't seen anything. They only seen, you know, animations, trailers for Goku's character, and seeing how that performs, and showing you tips and bits of how the story will progress with Daima, right? These are new things. And maybe we can see these things in pop culture stuff, like games, Xenoverse. Fighters hasn't got an update in a while, so I won't mention that. But maybe Super Card game, or the Dragon Ball Heroes collab with Dragon Ball. They can do that. Or maybe with Dokkan and Legends. Like, there's so many awesome things that they can create now because of this adaptation. Hence, we'll give it more gross income to Dragon Ball, and will continue keeping up IPs alive. So that is one of the many things that, you know, gotta keep that in consideration. You guys can hate on for the sake of hating, and then you have to, like, wait until the anime comes out and says, like, dude, I like this now. It's fun. But a few years ago, you were just trashing the heck out of the thing. So now you're going to come in here and like it? I mean, that's a little bit hypocritical on everybody's behalf. I feel like everybody has done that at some point in their lives. But yeah, dude, like, give it a shot. Like, this is a story where, again, we're just introducing like the new generation to love Dragon Ball. As a kid, you would go ahead and be like, I want to be like him one day. I want to be as strong as that kid right there, Goku, because he is a strong fella from what I've been seeing. And that'll be amazing. You know the power boost that they're going to get, that confidence boost that you are going to have as a dad or as a mom, showing them this. Like, showing a particular anime or doing anything in general that says, Dad, listen, or Mom, listen, I'm happy that you guys introduced me to Dragon Ball. It's something that I really, really like and enjoy. And they want to be like Goku, they want to be like Vegeta or any other character from this particular anime or any other things that you guys think to be too quick to hate. And I'm very, very excited for Daima, this new anime, what they're going to do. And then while we are enjoying this, the progression of the Super manga is still going to continue. Again, this is going to fit maybe in between, you know, the finishing arc of Dragon Ball Z when Goku finishes off Kid Buu and before Dragon Ball Super begins. So that little tight spot in there will fit in this little arc in here, and I feel like it'll be pretty awesome. So again, my quote, my closing statement on this is like, give hashtag give Daima a chance. I don't know. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's one thing, right? And you know, give something a try before you call it quits. And this goes along for every single thing in life. I am a hypocrite for, you know, almost saying those things because there are some things happening in my life right now that I'm not following through. And it sounds hypocritical on that behalf of me while I'm saying all these things, right? So, you know, just give this a shot. Give this a try. Watch the first few episodes. It's the same thing as like One Piece. A lot of people are starting, I guess, you know, being like, oh, I don't want to watch One Piece because it's over 1,000 episodes and it's ridiculous. Like, I started watching them. Quite frankly, haven't gotten too far. I have only watched like 2 episodes. I will start rewatching them now that I will have a lot of free time. But those kinds of people are the people that are gonna be like, I'm not too keen into trying this because it's too long, or I'm not too keen because it looks like it sucks. And it's like, you don't know the half of it, man. I get a lot of crap or dookie when people talk about one of my favorite games that I really think it's a masterpiece. Like, nobody is going to love this game more than I do. And that game is called The Last of Us Part 2. I know the controversy that happened with it, and a lot of people relate to that. But for me, I feel like it is one of the most incredibly story-driven games that I've ever played. And maybe you guys are gonna go into the comments saying, "Oh my god, this guy has bad taste. He is just talking about the game that actually failed. It just gave up false information." It's okay to hate the things that somebody else enjoys. It's fine if you do that. The problem arises when you start shoving it onto the person's mouth, saying, "Oh, I need you to know that I hate The Last of Us Part 2 is the most awful trash ever, and I will forever hate people who enjoy it." You don't have to like it. You don't have to enjoy it. You don't have to follow my opinion. That's why we're doing things here. Because I'm free to do whatever the hell I want. And if you do agree with me in some certain way, thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. That's completely fine. But if you don't agree with me in certain aspects of things, we can either discuss it in a friendly manner, or if you're going to be a little bit mean about it, then it's nothing to just go along. It's just, oh, I hate you, you suck. The Last of Us is actually one of the worst games ever. It's like, I will ignore that because it brings hostility into something that I really don't want. So yeah, again, this whole thing got derailed. I kind of knew that it was gonna happen, but yeah, again, give this a try. It hasn't come out yet. We don't know when it's coming out. It's close to fall of 2024. All right, it's close to that time period. We don't know what's happening. We don't know what it'll be. We kind of know what is happening, right? So this has been in production for more than a year, it states, which is already a lot more time than most anime series are given. So again, imagine this, but now imagine Super, the manga, that we're still seeing paper clips of some of these chapters that are coming out. Those are things that are going to be in production, and they take most to like a year. I know that I think Super ended what, in 2017, 2018, which is 7 years from now. We got it 7 years ago. Jesus, 7 years ago. But you know, I at least for one, I would like to enjoy something different before we just continue getting into the nitty and gritty of what will be maybe an amazing conclusion, because maybe it'll end with the more, or like with these arcs that are coming out right now in the manga. So again, enjoy these other things that are coming out, and then, you know, we see the grand finale of things with the adaptation, the anime adaptation of the manga. So these are things that we gotta, you know, tidbits here and there, man. Just gotta take it easy. I, for one, would love to see what they do with Daima. Daima right here is going to have an amazing storyline. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be completely different than what we've seen so far. These are things that are happening after C and before Super, and we're possibly gonna, you know, see some epic fights here. Like, you guys are seeing Vegeta versus Goku again, and we're seeing, obviously, you know, the journey that these guys are going to take in chibi form. So I feel like that's going to be cool. But if you disagree with me or agree with me, let me know down in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they're going to do a good thing with Daima? Or let me know your overall thoughts of Daima as a whole, right? For what we know so far, right? We still don't know much about this. We've seen story tidbits here and there, what they're going to do, what is going to happen. But again, these are things that, you know, people who have not seen Dragon Ball can be able to see the appeal on this side of Goku, right? And again, going over to this comment, which again, I really like. He's saying this because he's aware of these fans hating on a new project for no reason. Hating for no reason is the most absurd thing ever. Like, if you want to find out about all these things here and there, and, you know, do it. Find out about these new things. Find out about the stories and stuff like that. Make some new stuff. But if you guys feel that this is going to be a bad idea as a whole immediately without seeing it, it's going to put a damper on many things that you enjoy in life. And that is not, I feel like that is a bad way to view things. So, yeah. My little rant is over. Let me know what you guys think. I've been going over 30 minutes now. But it's something that it really brings me a lot of topics for discussion, a little bit of heat, if you will, because this is all that I'm seeing on the internet. A lot of hate for no reason, a lot of discussion of who's better and who's worse, a lot of tier listing. It kind of sucks because none of these people know what again, I'm generalizing. It's not that much, okay? Not a lot of people are knowledgeable about the subject and what they're doing. Like, you can have a bias on things and it's okay, but discrediting something just because a certain new thing comes in doesn't make sense, right? Like, you can, and again, I will take the example from Dokkan. A lot of people are stating that Orange Piccolo sucks now. No, he does. No, he doesn't. He doesn't suck. You think that he sucks because you're just seeing everything on the internet unfold. It's like, oh my god, Orange Piccolo sucks now. No. Is that new units are coming out, power creep is going up, and these new units are going to bring said power creep. But what happens if this particular unit, Orange Piccolo, helps the power creep? Like, dude, be happy about that. God damn. Anyways, that's my rant of Dragon Ball Daima. People shouldn't hate things for no reason. I feel as though they are just trash talking this particular beloved series for no reason. I don't know why. It surged from me. It came up to me in a dream. I needed to talk about this topic before we move on. We forget about what's going on behind the scenes, and then they start introducing new things here and there that you guys might think that you might not enjoy, but you will actually love at the end of the day. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of, you know, this particular topic in general. I feel like I went on a rant, on a tangent, but if you guys agree or disagree, have different comments, have different opinions on this, have different opinions of anything in general, or anything that discusses or aligns with what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments below. We can have a friendly discussion, or we can have a nice agreement on, hey, this is what's happening. So yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by, watching this video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye bye.